Hello everyone. Today I am going to teach you self management skill 2. Now see, these are the content from this unit 2, self management skill 2. First is apply stress management technique and second is demonstrate the ability to work independently. Okay, so in first topic there are 4 subtopics and in second demonstrate the ability to work independently, in that 3 topics. So see first, what is stress? Okay, so see, stress is a feeling of emotional or physical tension. It means when you feel frustrated, when you feel angry, when you feel nervous because of any thought which is coming in your mind, and you are giving action, you are giving reaction on that, means automatically your body reacting on that. So that is only the stress. Next topic is importance of stress management. If you are feeling stressful because of the any thoughts, so how it would be reduced, how we can think about that to reduce this thought. Okay, so for that some importance are there, so we follow that important. So see, first important, have a good health condition. It means which food required for our health, that only we have to consume, and which food harms to our health, that we have to avoid. Second is build good relationship with other. If your relationship is good with the others, so automatically it will reduce your stress. Third is have a high job performance. Whatever you are doing, you have to give your 100% in that work. Then fourth is better control over your emotion and how you respond. See, some situation are not like same. Okay, so you have to control on your emotion, you have to control on your behavior, so it is required for the situation. Then fifth is more confident towards yourself. This is also most important of stress management. Be confident about yourself, so automatically it will reduce your stress. Again, some importance of stress management like maintaining health, improving mood, boosting immune system, improving productivity, and many other benefits. See the next topic, stress management technique. Some techniques are given here for managing your stress. So first is physical exercise. By doing a physical activities, some chemical are releasing in our body and brain, and that chemical name is endorphin, because endorphin is helps to cope up with the stress. It helps to reduce your stress. Then second is sports. Now see, sports also coming in physical activity, and you knows because of physical activities we can reduce our stress. Third is yoga. Yoga bringing together mind, spirit and body, and it provides you to relief from stress. It gives a relax to your body, so that is only yoga. Fourth technique is meditation, because in meditation we are sitting in a relaxed position and we are clearing our mind which is full of thought. Okay, so this way also you can reduce your stress by using this meditation technique. Then fifth is taking break. Taking break from daily routine, it is also important to reduce your stress, because this small break can help you to do your favorite things, like you can listen music in that, or you can read your book, or which activity you want to do, where is your interest, so it helps you in taking break. Second last, nature walk. See, if you are going for walk in natural surrounding, so it proven that it reduce the stress from our body, and it increase the good feel hormones in our body. Okay, so that is only the nature walk. Then seven is holidaying and vacationing, like taking break, holidaying and vacationing also helping to reduce your stress. See, one chemical is releasing in our body, and that name is cortisol, and this cortisol chemical increasing our body because of this stress. If you want to reduce this stress, so you have to take help from holidaying and vacationing, because holidaying and vacationing increase feel good hormones in your body. So these are the techniques of stress management. Next topic is importance of the ability to work independently. See the first, what is work independent? Work independent, it means if you are working without under any guidance or without under any person, so that is a work independent. So let's see the first importance of the ability to work independently. First, you take full responsibility of the work. Means when you are working independently, so you only take all the responsibility of that work, and that is everything which will come in your path while doing the work. So you are only responsible for that work. Okay, so that is only full responsibility of the work. Then second is you take the ownership of it, that is you make yourself accountable for it. Accountable for it means suppose you are doing that work independently, so you have to take that responsibility, you have to take that ownership from first to last. Means what inputs you are giving, how you are delivering, everything which will come in your path while doing the work. Third is you are ready to do unsupervised work, that is you do not require constant supervision. It means you are the only supervisor of your work or your supervision on that work. No one will come and tell you or guide you what you have to do, how you can grow, what things require, or you what the things you put on your work. Means you only the person who can see all the things what is you want to do in your work. Fourth is you are capable of completing the work within stipulated time and budget, and that too as per stated objectives and deliverable. If you are giving if you given some timeline for your input objectives or what you want to deliver, so you have to complete that within that time and budget. So this all importance of ability to work independently which we require in a independent worker. Again, some more importance of the ability to work independently. I think you should go through this all the point. It will help you to know about the importance of the ability to work independently. Next topic is enhancing ability to work independently. Now there are three types for enhancing ability to work independently. First is self awareness, second self motivation, and third self regulation. So let's see first self awareness. Self awareness means having a knowledge about ourselves, having a knowledge about our own self. We know about our capabilities, our feeling, our own character. If you know, so that is only the self awareness. If we aware about our strength, if we aware about our weakness, so we can work accordingly, and that will help to work independently and it become a successful in our life. So that is only the self awareness. These are the main four types of self awareness. First, self awareness of your strengths, self awareness of your weaknesses, self awareness of your dark side, and fourth is self awareness of your emotional trigger. If you know about this for ourselves, so we can achieve everything in our life. Second type is self motivation. See, using this self motivation, you can also enhance your ability to work independently. So, see first what is self motivation. Self motivation means motivate yourself without telling to other, without any external pressure, without any one. If they are saying that ki do this, if you are doing for yourself to achieve a goal, so that is only the self motivation. Third type is self regulation. Using self regulation also you can enhance your ability to work independently. So self regulation, it means regulate yourself, control yourself. See, because some situation not like that to act something, to behave something, or to give a reaction on that. Okay, so we have to control on our behavior, we have to control on your attitude or our speech which is not required that situation. We have to control on everything which is related to us. It will help you to achieve your goal. I hope you will get all the topic related to this unit, but don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.